I do indeed. I've got Genet Jackson once again. And Genet Jackson is all curled up, tail in this time. Tail's not sticking out and has allowed us to actually get quite close today, which is very, very cool. And you can see it's having a really good nap, busy moving around a little bit and quite fast breathing. So I think it's probably having a really good time in there. And it's a great place for a Genet to be because it's starting to drizzle a little bit. And so it'll be nice and dry inside that hole. And we'll be able to see it much better. There we go, look at that. Now you can actually see its coat a lot nicer inside there. Now I don't want to shine for too much because otherwise it gets a little bit nervous and then it goes up and out. Now I actually think there might be more than one in here at the moment. It almost looks as though when it's moving around, I thought I saw another face behind it. So I don't know if maybe little Genet Jackson has got young ones inside here. Be interesting to know because I would love to know whether or not there's just the one or if maybe there's more inside and that she's actually using this as a denning spot. How cool would that be to see little baby Genets? That would be very, very cool. But you can see on her that her spots are not exactly black. They've got a more kind of rusty color to them. It's quite common to see. Most people when they see them at night think that their spots are black, but actually they have more kind of rust color than anything else, and then they have a little bit of sort of dark edging to them, and then the tail is that black and white. But how cool is this? Why are you so relaxed today? Are you cold maybe? And normally she just disappears, or he just disappears in 5 seconds, but today seems quite relaxed. So Julie say finally you've never seen it, you've been waiting. Well yes, Genet Jackson has kept us all waiting and has made us work hard for some of the sightings. And we actually had a sighting of her, or him, like I say, of this Genet. How many days ago was it? 2 days ago, I think, was when I had the tail sticking out with VM, and we had a really cool sighting of just the tail and then going up through the tree. But this is the first time I've parked where I am right now, and this Genet has been relaxed enough for us to actually get a view. Normally, I come round this little corner, and this Genet just flies up the tree and is gone. So that's why I'm wondering if maybe there's something else going on, that it's staying sort of where it is and is not kind of moving away from this little hole. It seems to be quite relaxed in that particular section. Now, I'm just trying to see if I can see again if there's anything else inside there. I can't actually see anything. It just looks like that. It just looks like her at the moment. Very difficult. I'm going to sit here for a little bit and just see what I can get. Maybe I'll get lucky and we'll find a situation where we see the little face poke out. And so while I sit here and wait for this little Genet to hopefully show its face, let's send you all the way to Brent, who's got something very cool to show you. Well, we still do have our Genet, and it's moving around a little bit here. You can see the tail flicking about, and it's kind of gotten up, it's stretched, and it kind of moved, and its head was poking out for 2 seconds. I just saw an ear, and then it disappeared back up into the hole. So I'm just trying to sit and see if it is going to move. It looks as though it's actually going up the tree, though. The way that the tail is moving, it looks as though it's actually starting to go away from us and up further. Can you see one up the top there, Sens? There, down there. So Senzo says he can see something up there. I can't see anything, Sens. Did you see movement past there? Maybe let's try and put a bit of light in there and just see if we can see anything. No, I don't see anything now. I wonder if there's not 2 of them inside here, because from there to here is a long distance. I mean, the Genet is a long animal, but not that long. So I think that maybe there might be a second one that's inside. Difficult to know. Maybe, like I say, maybe this is a little den spot and there are young ones in here. Worth just sitting for a bit and just seeing. So Anna Marie, you're wondering what call or sound does a Genet make? Is it like a cat? So no, I've honestly never had them make a noise around me. I had one time when they were fighting and there was a little bit of growling. Well, there was something. I saw something move as well. Sens, was it our Genet that's going there? There, is it there? Can you see something? It looks like it might be going up this individual. Let's have a look. We'll just have to see. There we go. What's that? There's something moving there. There it goes. There's something slinking past. I don't know if that was the original Genet that we saw or a different Genet, but it certainly looks like it's gone up and further. I can't see the tail down at the bottom here, and actually I can see the tail at the bottom. So there's definitely two inside here. It's not just the one. There is most definitely two genets in here, which is very, very cool to see. So maybe the skittish one is the one that was on top, and the more sort of relaxed one is the one down below, because I can actually still see its tail right down at the bottom here. You can just see it's kind of sticking out in the hole itself. Might be the angle for Senzo, might not work, but I can see perfectly into the hole, and I can see the little ringed tail sitting there. So definitely more than one genet inside. I'm going to try and just move a little bit so you guys can see into the hole. Oh no, there it goes. You can see it climbing up. It's gone all the way up now. So they've gone into the second two holes. Unfortunately, it went away and up. But there's definitely more than one genet inside here. Now, in terms of the sound that they make, like I say, I mean, I've only ever seen them fighting once before, and it's a difficult sound to make. I'll try and find it for you. I had a clip of it, and you could hear it, but it's a lot of kind of squeaking and sort of hissing, that sort of sound that they make. It's a funny sound. It's not cat-like at all. I would say more ferret-like, if there is a